Welcome back to another edition of the Gadget Lab podcast. I'm Michael Galore.
I'm Christina Bonington.
And this week, it's all about gadgets for once. We have a special holiday-themed episode for you.
A salute to capitalism.
We're going to be showing you all the different stuff you can buy for yourself or for your loved ones this holiday season. And with the approaching of the end of the year, it's also winter, which is why we have this space heater here.
This is the Dyson Hot. It's a $400 space heater.
$400, my God. It must have all kinds of amazing technology in it for it to cost that much money.
It does. So on top here, we've got this remote control that magnetically sticks to the device.
Well, I'm sold.
Yeah.
So Dyson is the British company, right? And they've done vacuum cleaners and hand dryers, and they had that bladeless fan a couple of years ago. This is sort of a redesign of the bladeless fan, but in the sides there are heating plates. So if you're familiar with the same technological concept as the bladeless fan, but this one blows the air over hot plates and heats the room.
Right. And it's not supposed to get up to dust burning temperature, so you shouldn't get that nasty smell when you first bring out your space heater during the cold winter months. And
because the plates are vertical, they don't collect material, you know, just simple stuff. But if you can see, it has these vents at the bottom. It sucks air in and then shoots it up into the donut, and it blows out the donut towards you. And the physics behind it is, you know, centuries-old concepts. The Venturi effect, the Quanta effect, where it uses like a jet stream to shoot air across the room. So it's very efficient.
It is. It can also rotate and oscillate. So it'll get your whole room warm.
Yeah, and the remote, you know, you can keep the remote with you, and you can turn oscillation on and off. And I mean, you know, it's basically, it's like a really nice space heater that, you know, most people would feel should probably cost $100. But this is a $400 product. So
do you think it's worth $400?
I don't know. I think if it's perfect and does everything I want it to do, it doesn't really matter what it costs.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like you're paying for the lack of frustration, sort of. But with Dyson stuff, it's kind of tricky because you use it and it's really difficult to go back to using anything else because it's so well designed. But, I mean, $400 for a space heater, I don't know. It looks cool. Matches my iPhone. Anyway, you can read a full review of the Dyson Hot on Wired.com right now. And I'm going to step out, and Christina and John are going to show you what?
More stocking stuffer goodies.
Okay, so that'll be awesome.
Hey, John. What sort of nifty gifties do you have for us?
So what we have here are some killer Star Wars themed gifts. You can keep them for yourself, you can give them away, but they're all built around George Lucas's awesome oeuvre of Star Wars stuff. And so let's just go straight into it. So these are, the top ones are the Christmas ornaments. And so we have Luke, we have the Land Speeder, we have the Rebel Snow Speeder, and this one in particular has a little interactive element. Come on.
It's like I'm watching The Empire Strikes Back.
Right. It brings you back, doesn't it? Okay, and then we have all the, there's beverages here. So we have the Darth Vader coffee. We have Chewie is on the Ice Planet Hoth cocoa.
And then that's Yoda on some green tea.
Right. Haven't opened it yet, haven't tried it, but doesn't really matter. It's more about just having some Yoda green tea. And then sort of completing the whole edible theme, we have this, which might be the sort of like the pièce de résistance of the whole thing.
Is that Han, and instead of being encased in carbonite, he's in dark chocolate?
That's right. So it's dark chocolate. I think it might even be Mandarin dark chocolate. And so we're not going to demo it here. We're going to eat it afterwards. But this has sort of been the coveted gift of in the Gadget Lab office. So we're ready to jump into that. So that's the Star Wars stuff. And then you have a whole bunch of iPad and iPhone cases that are also just inexpensive enough to give away to someone you love.
Right. They're mostly in the $30 to $40 range. Someone you care about, but you're not going to buy them a several $100 iPhone or iPad. So let's dive in.
Yeah.
First off, we've got some fashion cases. Here we have a holiday themed one. We have this one, kind of looks Burberry,
yeah,
but it's actually in partnership with Burton Snowboard.
Snowboard, yeah, action sports.
Here's one that's I like this one. It's kind of like a tortoise shell look.
Right, and then these are the utilitarian ones. So just quickly, show us how do these work?
So this one has a little case right here so you can put in your ID or your credit card and keep it on you. And it's also very sturdy, so if you drop your phone, it is covered.
Right.
And then this one has a little stand that pops out.
So you put your Yule log on the old iPhone and the whole family can gather around and enjoy a little holiday warmth around the iDevice. And then finally, what are these two crazy looking contraptions?
So here we have some iPad cases, and let's see, I guess this one is an origami kind of style one. It folds up into a stand for your iPad and doubles as a nice little hat.
Very fashionable, sort of Jackie O-ish maybe, yeah.
Here we have the lounge case from InCase, and it's not like a Santa belly or anything. You sit it in your lap, and it keeps your iPad comfortable while you're iPadding on the couch.
Awesome.
And then, let's see, next off, we have this one right here.
So it's almost like a huge paper fastener.
It does look like that, huh? Kind of like I feel like a waitress holding it also. But you can hang it on the wall. Very useful, very sturdy. And then last off, we have a case that's kind of more professional looking. It's leather, and it keeps your iPad protected while looking stylish.
Very substantial and all affordable gifts that you could give to friends, family. So that's it for our little gifties, and now we're going to go back to Mike with tablets.
An iPad won't fit into your stocking, but here's some tablets that will. Now, one of the things that people really like tablets for are watching videos and reading books. So the two most popular tablets we're seeing this holiday season are the Amazon Kindle Fire and the Nook tablet from Barnes & Noble. Now, these aren't really tablets per se, they're more content portals with touch screens. And by that I mean you can't do video chat with them and you can't really run a lot of apps on them, but they're great for reading books and watching movies. And they're tied into some big back-end stores. Like in this case, in the Fire's case, you get all of Amazon's content available on here, and in the Nook's case, you get all of Barnes & Noble's content available. Dead easy to purchase stuff, really easy to grab a book, read it, download a movie, watch it, and then move on. And they're also very cheap. The Kindle is $200 and the Nook tablet is $250. This is the newer, smaller, and faster version of the tablet that we saw from Samsung last year, the Galaxy Tab 7. This is the Galaxy Tab 7 Plus. And while last year's tablet was a bit overpriced at $600, this one is priced just right at $400. And it's a 7-inch screen, which makes it great for holding in your hand and watching a movie or reading a book while you're on your commute or while you're laying in bed. It's not really that heavy, and it's quite a nice Android tablet. We also have another 7-inch tablet that's a smaller version of a previous tablet we've seen. This is the Toshiba Thrive 7-inch, and just like the Samsung, it's cheaper than the bigger one. This one is $380, and it is pretty tricked out. It has a lot of connections in it. It has like a USB connection, HDMI connection. It has a couple of cameras, so you can do video chat, you can take pictures. So it's a little bit it's able to plug into more things in your house, which a lot of people really liked about the bigger version of this tablet. Finally, we have the S tablet from Sony. This one is bigger, as you can see. It's a 9.5-inch screen. It's also more expensive. It's $450. But it has this really cool design feature where it's kind of like a folded over magazine. It makes it really comfortable to hold. So if you're reading a book, it's very comfortable. You can also tip it this way, and it's tilted a little bit towards you, makes it easier to type. It's comfortable to watch movies on because the screen is nice and big. And you know, it has a few quirks about it that we outlined when we reviewed it. Like it has a proprietary connector, so you can't just hook it up over USB and charge it. But all in all, it's a solid tablet. It's a good choice. That's it for this week. Happy shopping. We'll be back next week with more news and more gadgets from the Gadget Lab. See you down the road.